What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. That battle for Disney is heating up. It's not going away. Well, soon it's going away in April when they do that vote, the shareholder vote, to see if, in fact, Treon will get their two members on the board seat. Let's see. Nelson Peltz is doing all the rounds. One of the main guys in the Treon Fund management group that has been pushing for this change because they, like us, are tired, tired of everything that Disney is doing in their failed movies after their failed movies, and obviously their push for ideology over any sort of money making, which really just means making some quality storytelling. Hadn't had that in about a decade almost, it feels like. So let's see. Nelson Peltz, the founding partner of the Treon Fund Management, who is currently engaged in a proxy battle with the Walt Disney Company to obtain those two seats I mentioned on the company. And by the way, in a 12-seat board, 2 seats. Not that big of a change, you would think. One for himself, and of course, one for former Disney financial chief officer Jay Rizzullo. And I would also add that Jay Rizzullo was supposed to be the CEO when Bob Iger was leaving. And then, of course, he got screwed over because he wasn't following the message, or he wasn't going to. They slammed the Walt Disney Company and specifically Marvel for being woke. And we know what that means now. We're not talking the traditional sense of social wokeness that it used to mean. We're talking about modern woke, which is LGBTIQIA plus all those fun alphabet mafia numbers, letters of that messaging and intersectional feminism and Marxism. It's essentially just neo-Marxism. That is the modern woke we're talking about. He here in this interview with Financial Times, Peltz told the outlet, people go to watch a movie or a show to be entertained. They don't go to get a message. And that is it. We might be screaming all day long about woke this, woke that. Everyday normal people who are ejecting it, that's why. That's half of why. It's this. They don't want to go to a movie or show, and they don't want to be preached to, and they don't want to go to a movie or show and have it start a larger conversation with their children that they themselves are not ready to have. Those are the two big things that have turned everyone off. He then specifically took aim at Marvel Studios' current business model of representation that has resulted in some major box office disasters, such as the Marvels. Clearly, he said, why do I have to have a Marvel that's all women? Not that I have anything against women, but why do I have to have that? He also questioned, why can't I have Marvels that are both? Why do I need an all-black cast? You mean, it sounds like you just want diversity. Oh, Pelt's criticisms are not unheard of. Even Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has indicated that the studio has lost its way with identity politics and the pushing of woke ideologies. Boy, he might have, I don't know if he said it like that. Feige informed the movie business podcast Jason Squire what Marvel's secret to success was, and I guess to distill it down of what lessons are learned is to entertain the audience at every turn. Did you need to learn that? Did you not know that entertaining us at every turn was one of your core things, not preaching to us? Feige elaborated. Frank Capra has a quote that our co-president Louis Esposito often quotes, which is basically to distill down to entertain first. You can have as many beautiful messages and beautiful life theories and beautiful thematics that you want to put into the world, that all of us do and all of our filmmakers do. But if you're not entertaining first, it will fall on deaf ears. Well, you ignored the shit out of that for the last couple phases, didn't you? I think that's always been the way it has been. Thankfully, you're making the kind of movies that you love to see that also goes into entertaining yourself, which is what we also tried to do here at Marvel Studios. Okay, well, you need to stop trying to entertain yourself, because every one of you at Marvel Studios is incapable of producing entertaining things that are agenda free, it seems. Not only did Peltz take issue with Marvel's embrace of identity politics and its penchant to push woke ideology, he criticized the company for engaging in political activities, the Don't Say Gay bill, which was obviously the Parental Rights and Education Act, key among them. But and used Ben and Jerry's recent statement calling for a ceasefire in Gaza as the fucking ice cream company You've got to get these politics out of the boardroom. He said, Ben and Jerry's job is to sell ice cream, not to make political statements. And these people use anything for a soapbox that they have no right to. And they do that. And you know why they do that. All this virtue signaling, and Vivek Ramaswamy talked about this in Woking before he was ever running for president, when he was the head of a company and Black Lives Matter happened. And they started quitting on his board and tried to get him out when he wouldn't make his fucking profile picture all black and wouldn't make a cringy virtue signaling statement, because this is all connected to ESG and DEI and all of those mandates from the WEF and the United Nations. Sorry, those are from the on high, and then just like the actual factual Illuminati, the people we don't actually know their names, but they own all the things. They own all the, like, trust me. You think Elon Musk is one of the richest people? He's actually not. He's the richest people that we know about. Some of those people in Saudi Arabia that we know, some of those princes, king, far richer, and then far richer to them, the actual rich oligarchs that own the fucking planet. We don't even know their names. That's the real end game. But right now, sure, we'll focus on the mandates coming from the World Economic Forum. And yeah, I said it. And the UN. That's the reason they do all this virtue signal shit. At least the people with the money, that's why they virtue signal, so they're in a line. And the people without money, they capitulate, and they do it for that easy ESG money that we've been talking about. Peltz continued, I have my own feelings about a ceasefire. Israel has got to get a few things squared away before they get a ceasefire, because what happened to them was despicable. The billionaire also shared that he advised Unilever, the British conglomerate that owns Ben & Jerry's, Hellmann's, and Axe among them. Hellmann's, Best Foods mayonnaise, if you know what's up. He said, I told them not to pull out, and so far they've listened. If we pull out of Russia, they will take our brands for themselves. I don't think that's a good trade. Well, they've already done that. One of the things when Tucker went over there to Russia, you saw they have McDonald's, they have everything. They just changed the name, but they have all the operating procedures for it. Peltz also noted that P&G, the Colgate, Palmolive also didn't pull out. Why the hell should we? We're competing on the world stage with these products. As reported at Reuters, a Disney spokesperson responded to Peltz's comment saying, this is exactly why Nelson Peltz shouldn't be anywhere near a creatively driven company. The most recent Marvel Cinematic Universe film, The Marvels, grossed less than $200 million, cost a damn sight more than that. The film has a minimum reported budget of $267 million, which I guarantee was more by the end of all those reshoots, around the $400 million. And then they had to market it, which, get out of here. No. There's no way. Even using the $260 million as the final production budget, the film needs to gross $600. Remember, it's the budget times 2 for marketing. The company's most recent TV series, Echo, also performed poorly, right? Remember, and they released them all at once, and we all made fun of it, and then no one talked about it again. And again, how they determine what a view count is, if it's 2 seconds or 30 minutes, is interesting. And yeah, it didn't even show, obviously, by the second week. It was no longer even listed on the Nelson top 10 charts. The end result of this is Treon and Nelson Peltz and all of these people, Jay Rizzullo, they're right, and they probably would return the company to profitability. But the also true thing is Bob Iger's fix is in. We're hearing now that Ike Perlmutter is somehow been capitulated and he's agreeing with him. We got George parroting that company line of making magic isn't for amateurs. It's not looking good. And honestly, if you're a Gary from Nerdrotic, or maybe some of you that are just like Star Wars is dead, fuck Marvel, then you want Bob to win. You want Bob and Disney to get everything they want so that rampancy can take over and that company can further crash and burn. The only question then is, when it is in ashes, could that somehow maybe be brought back when they really, because that's the common theme about all of us. Once they get something they want that they think we like, they don't stop until it's completely destroyed and we're left holding the ashes of our once beloved properties. And so maybe we can save them, or maybe we just have to move on. That's what the Iron Age is, of us doing our own things. But let me know what you think of this in the comments. Make sure to like, share, and sub. If you've done that, thank you. If you're gonna do that, thank you. Go fuck yourself, Bob. Go fuck yourself. You know.
Well, bye.